I'm joined by Chris, and I teach Chris's daughter, who's currently in year 11. We've been working together over the past 4 months. So, Chris, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
So, take me back to 4 months ago, before you signed your daughter up. What was going on with English? How was she feeling about it?
We came into year 11 in a situation where my daughter is she's bright and capable, but she'd missed some time in school in year 10 and was finding a situation where she had gaps in terms of content. It meant she had a lack of confidence. The school is excellent, but the timing meant that they needed to keep moving on, and it was moving at a pace where she was becoming almost more lost and more confused rather than being able to catch up and keep pace. And talking about it with my daughter, we both felt that we needed she needed some extra support, and that led us to looking for options with some additional English support in the first term of year 11, and led us ultimately to.
Thank you for giving us that background. So, how has she found the sessions over the past 4 months? Has she found anything particularly useful? Have you found anything that's exceeded your expectations?
So my daughter found the sessions extremely useful. It's been very complimentary to school. The sessions have been able to fill in some of the gaps in terms of her own knowledge, and really has just kick-started her learning to an enormous degree. She's developed a lot more confidence, and that in itself has been a big change. She feels much more capable as she approaches questions. And I think a big kind of contrast for me is she did some mock exams during the first term before we found the additional support. And she found herself in a situation where she felt the people around her were answering questions really quickly. They were racing through, and she just found that she was not able to get information down, and almost that situation was not one which she could perform in. She's a lot more confident now. She's got tools to approach questions. She performed a lot better in the next set of mocks, which was around February. And I think she's really been able to progress, adding to her knowledge and just knowing how to answer questions and where to start. Once she has started, then it can start to flow, and she's got more tools to use, which is the really important thing. The small group setting has really helped. I think it's almost better than being one-to-one. She has done the odd session where it's turned out to be one-to-one, which has been valuable, but actually being able to be in a small group rather than 25 kids at school performing at a similar level, some of the children slightly ahead of my daughter, hearing how they approach things, has just meant she's been able to feed off that and really start to perform a lot closer to her potential. So hugely valuable.
That's really great, and I love that she's enjoyed the group environment, because when she first joined up, she was quite quiet in the group setting, and very quickly she found her voice, and now she's that student in the group that will always give it a go, always come up with an idea, and then she's helping the other students. Like, it's flipped so quickly. And I also like the fact that you said that the tuition is a support to what she's doing in school already, because it sounds like she's in a great school, but sometimes it's the smaller group sessions can just help a little bit with that, can't it?
She's in a really fantastic school. So I think we're enormously lucky to live where we are and to be near a great local school. But the challenge in the school is there's 25 students at different levels with different requirements, and there's a volume of information to get through.
Yeah.
And the staff need to keep pace and do that. And it's just meant that if you're not there at that level at that time, the opportunities to catch up are limited. And the risk is that the gap grows greater over time. So being able to do some additional work has been really helpful. And she's enjoyed the sessions. She feels there's value. She can see she's improved, and that's been a great feature. And I think she's realised that her ideas are good, her
Yeah.
opinions are valid, and the confirmation through the setting from the group and from Claire has been really a change in her overall outlook and performance.
It's really great to hear. So obviously the first GCSE English exam is coming up soon, 11th of May. We're not long out until that all begins. How do you think your daughter is feeling at this stage?
I think she's got quite a lot of nerves ahead of the the exams in general. She's done quite a lot of competitive sports, so
Yeah,
we almost tried to say, look, ahead of the match or ahead of the run or whatever the sport is, then you do feel nerves, and you've got good nerves and bad nerves. So it's good to have some level of nerves. I think she understands you're never going to feel quite as prepared as you could be. There's always going to be something in you which thinks I could have done more, or but she's a lot more confident around her ability to not freeze on the day, to approach the questions, break down some of the pieces around the analysis, and what we'll continue to try to do. And we've done a lot of, but there's a bit more to go. Is just keep adding to the knowledge of the text. So a few more sessions to go,
yeah.
and I think that's what we'll keep trying to do over the next couple of weeks when we get into it, when she gets into it. Feels
Yeah.
like us.
Yeah, of course it does. I'm the same. I'm like, I feel the nerves for all of my students. I'm
Yes,
like, well,
yes.
I'm almost more nervous myself. Um, but yeah,
I think
let's hope that I love that with her sporting background. I hope that she can, you know, channel those nerves and that adrenaline and, do everything that she's been doing in these sessions. She has been an absolute pleasure to work with. She's really thrown herself into the process. It's been amazing to see her confidence and her voice grow week on week. And I agree with you. I think she's really starting to believe that like her ideas are strong, and it's a really positive transformation I think I see in your daughter. I know she's going to do so well in her exams, and I can't wait to check back in, see how she gets on. So thank you so much for sharing your experience today, Chris. I really appreciate it.
no, thank you. It's a pleasure, and thank you for all your help. We found it enormously valuable. I think one of the things that we have found a real benefit. Probably the last thing I'd say is the fact that you have a number of years, many years. Can I say many years? Sorry, Claire. Um, the fact that you've had a lot of experience as an English teacher, working with students with different needs and different requirements, and knowing how to interact with the different personalities, as well as such a vast knowledge of not only the material but also how the examiners approach it from your own experiences has been hugely valuable. So thank you for that.
Thank you so much, Chris. If you would like your child to feel this confident going into their English exam, click the link below to find out more today.